Hi all, today I'm showing you how to make my grandma's southern pecan sticky buns. They're so good, perfect with a cup of coffee. Ingredients you'll need. I listed all the ingredients for the dough here. Make life easier. First off, you'll need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Next, I measure out the flour, which is 3 3/4 cups of all-purpose, into the stand mixing bowl. And then I add a teaspoon of kosher salt. And I mixed all the dry ingredients together, just using the stand mixer. It's just easier. And then I measure out a cup of whole milk and I heat it up in the microwave. I'm looking for a temperature of between 100 and 110 degrees. And I'm going to use a thermometer to make sure I'm there because you want to kill it, the yeast. And I just added a third of a cup of sugar, granulated sugar. And once I've dissolved it, I add the packet of active yeast. And then I put it to the side, let it bloom. Once it's bloomed, I pour it into the flour mixture and with the egg and 6 tablespoons of butter. This is an enriched dough, by the way. I'm going to mix on high. Things like a brioche is also an enriched dough. And once I have everything mixed together, I'm going to switch to the hook attachment. This is just will allow me to knead the dough. And once the dough is kneaded, it will gather almost like a ball around the hook. You'll see in just a second. It takes about 5 minutes or so. As you can see, that's what it looks like when it's done. It's pulling away and it's very smooth. It's such a beautiful dough. And before I take it out of the mixing bowl, I'm going to spray down the other mixing bowl with some baking spray because I don't want the dough to stick as it's rising. And I'm just going to place it, shape it a little bit, and then I'm going to place it into the mixing bowl. And I'm going to put a damp dish towel over it and place it in a warm area. Usually I put it on top of the stove. And this is the ingredients for the topping, the pecan topping. First off, I'm going to toast off 2.5 cups of pecan halves in the oven. It's the preheated oven, 350 degrees, for about 8 minutes or until lightly toasted. And once I've done that, I'm going to make the sauce in a saucepan. And this is a cup of firmly packed brown sugar, a third of a cup of maple syrup, and 3/4 cup of unsalted butter, and a 1/4 cup of whole milk, and a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. And over a medium flame, I'm going to melt everything together, mixing it thoroughly. And that just takes a moment because the butter was pretty cold. And then once it's melted, I bring it from the flame. And then I add the toasted pecans and I stir everything together, making sure everything is fully incorporated. And once I've done that, I'm going to thoroughly spray a baking dish with some baking spray, making sure that it's really coated. And this is the ingredient list for the filling. So first up, I'm measuring out 3/4 cups of firmly packed brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1.5 tablespoons of ground cinnamon, and 6 tablespoons of softened unsalted butter. And then you're going to mix well. I didn't have any clean spatulas or anything at that moment, so I just used my hands. Use a spatula. Don't do as I do. You're going to lightly dust your work surface with flour. And I punch down the dough. And that just basically means I'm removing the air that it's risen. And it's going to rise one more time. But to work with it, I'm going to endeavor to shape it into a log before I roll it out to 1/8 of an inch thickness. Now, because it's an enriched dough, it has, of course, butter and egg in it. I'm not so worried about it sticking, so I'm not moving it around a lot. I don't really need to. And so I'm going to cut off the extra dough to try to make kind of a square. It makes it easier to roll it up. And I just spread out the filling on the dough right to the edge. And it's very dark in color because I used dark brown sugar and then, of course, all that cinnamon. So, and then I tightly roll the dough up into a cylinder. I just keep moving it, as you can see me rolling it up. Just go slow and don't be hard on yourself. Just, just takes time. And then once I have it rolled up into a cylinder, you'll see I'll pick it up and it's pretty tight. Just making sure, move my hands along it. And I'm gonna cut off the ends. And now I'm going to cut it into 9 or 12 pieces, depending on how many you want or how big you want your buns to be. And now I'm just going to pour the pecan mixture into the prepared baking dish. And then I'm going to arrange the buns that I've cut out on top. And next I'm going to place it in a warm area and I'm going to cover it with a damp dish towel. And I'm going to let it rise for 1 hour and you'll see it fills out. And I'm going to bake in the preheated 350-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes. I'm going to bring it out. And what I do is I cover it or tent it with some foil. And I'm going to let it cool for 2 hours. And this is because the pecan mixture is like molten lava. And after the 2 hours, I invert it. But this is what it looks like. It's absolutely delicious, great for coffee, great for breakfast. You make it, everybody will love you. To help our channel grow, we're asking everybody to please like, subscribe, and comment. If you're enjoying our content, and we really hope that you are, please consider becoming a subscriber. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help us out tremendously. We also ask that you please watch the video from beginning to end. This also helps us out. It's all because of how the YouTube algorithm works. Otherwise, we stay hidden. All these things are necessary for growth on YouTube, and we'd love to grow. Thank you all for your help. See you soon. We post new videos twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not already a subscriber, consider becoming one. And also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss one of our videos. See y'all soon. We wanted to profoundly thank everyone for watching. We're very grateful to all of our new and old subscribers for supporting us and really helping us grow. The horrific wildfires in Southern California, the hurricanes Helene and Milton, have destroyed lives and communities, affecting so many here in the U.S. They have a very long road to recovery, and as Americans, we must band together during these times. So we're encouraging everyone to help those in need by donating to the American Red Cross, the Salvation Army, World Central Kitchen, All Hands and Hearts, AmeriCares, Operation Blessing, and Save the Children. We're not affiliated with any of these organizations, but we know they're doing good work on the ground. As always, please stay safe and be blessed. See you soon.